The following video was shot in a magistrate's court, a court de facto, in order to expose what now passes for justice in the UK courts. For the sake of clarity, the following points of law need to be stated. There is no law that demands that a man or woman should have to pay council tax. There is only the 1992 Local Government Finance Act, which being an Act of Parliament can only be enforced with consent. This video is about exercising your right to stand under common law. This means not giving consent to a commercial court. All those assuming judicial authority have to swear an oath or attestation to serve the Queen and to uphold the law of the land, or common law. They have no authority to enforce commercial law, the law of the sea, unless you consent. They are obliged to honour their oath when requested, and produce evidence of their oath on demand. If they refuse, they dishonour the Queen and her oath to uphold the law of the land, and of course those who have sought to uphold and preserve the law of the land and customs and traditions of the country. As Stephen Barry was summoned to the Magistrate's Court.
Who are you, sir? I am a lay representative appointed by the agent for Mr. Stephen Barry, who's here with us today, sir. And with
sir?
Sorry?
Is this legal barrister?
I'm a lay advisor, sir, appointed by the legal... the law...
You may not address the court, and I'm not addressing even you, sir. Mr. Barry, here, please.
We claim common law jurisdiction, sir.
Mr. Barry, can you interrupt?
Mr. Barry is here in the court, sir.
Mr. Barry, what's you standing?
Have you got your birth certificate?
Then the clerk stands up and abandons the court. This is Mr. Stephen Barry, a birth certificate, a piece of paper, in full view for the clerk and court to see.
No, has he abandoned the court?
The clerk had abandoned the court, then returns with the magistrates. This still shows the moment when the members of the public showed that they did not consent to the jurisdiction of a commercial court. This was shown by not standing up when the magistrates entered the room. The layman then made it clear that common law jurisdiction was being claimed.
Sir, with all due respect, we claim common law jurisdiction.
The layman repeatedly asks the magistrates if they are on oath. They do not honour their oath because they are purely there for issuing summary judgment for profit. In this case, for themselves, the council, and of course the commercial court.
We claim common law jurisdiction, sir. Leave court, please. I'll hand you away. Sir, you get on your own security to court number 1, please. Security to court 1. Sir, are you getting on your own to remain? Stand, please. Those of you who are not finished to remain will leave the court in security, please.
The clerk again reverts to issuing orders to gain jurisdiction, but the public gallery and the layman stand their ground. Jurisdiction has again been denied.
Are you getting on your oath today? Are you getting on your oath today? So you will leave this court. Sir, are you Stephen Barry? I'm the lay advisor for the lawful agent for Mr. Stephen Barry. Sir, I'm appointed to deny that. You have no right to investigate. What? First of all, let's get everybody who's sitting will leave court, please. Everybody who's sitting will leave court, please. Will you please be quiet? No, just be quiet. You've been asked to leave. You did walk in, you were standing when you walked in.
The magistrate is trying anything to get jurisdiction by assuming the layman is standing for the magistrates, which would give them jurisdiction. The clerk regains some honour by advising the magistrate the lay advisor was already standing, and standing under common law when the magistrates entered the court.
So you refusing to claim your oath, sir? Then we'll call possible to have your oath. We'll call possible. Each Thursday, and then everybody else will sit there. I'm not going to leave the finger on it. The magistrates have ordered this man moved. Magistrates have abandoned the court, sir.
The magistrates have abandoned the court as they have not gained jurisdiction, and therefore have no authority, and neither does the clerk.
And I claim common law jurisdiction. I claim common law jurisdiction. I claim I'm asking you to go. I want you to get out. Sir, will you go? Sir, if I don't go, I'll send you to a court. On the common law. Can you do that?
Yes, he can do that. The clerk fails to address the steward's question.
Are you coming out now? Yes or no? No, all please. All please.
The lay adviser repeats his request for a constable to be called to the court. The court clerk then advises that the police have already been called. This is not the case, as only a member of the public gallery had at this point called the police.
I witnessed the magistrate order this man removed. And these people not up to their own. Dennis! Please don't touch me. Have you arrested me? Yes, please do. Please prove it. Please prove it. Yes, told us to take him out. No? Well, he's got the authority to do that. He's no authority. I'm just trying to do it. They have the board. I don't respect their jurisdiction. Do not touch me. Please don't touch me. You are not authorised to touch me. I do not consent to you touching me. Do you understand?
It is left to the stewards to do the clerk's dirty work. It appears that only now the court usher is calling the police. The lay adviser retrieves the birth certificate, Mr. Stephen Barry, the person that was summoned to appear in the court. The steward looks bewildered. However, he did the right thing by not using force. The steward makes peace with the lay adviser. A few minutes later, the police arrive. The constable listens as the lay adviser explains he has asked for the magistrate's oath and there has been no breach of the peace. The constable has been asked by the lay adviser to honour his oath, which he does. He is now upholding the law of the land and acting as a peace officer. The constable explains the situation to his men and asks them to stand down. However, the sergeant claims that the court belongs to the magistrates, which is untrue.
Breaching common law offence is not saying. Yes, it is. Okay. I need to prove, and I have a lawful right under common law to prove that the person who gave that order has the lawful authority to give that order by seeing their oath. Because in order to give an order in a court of law in this country, you must have sworn an oath. And in respect of you enforcing that order, because you would be then in breach of your right. Oh, please do that. Please don't take that first. I don't intend it.
All the officers in yellow are sympathetic to the lay adviser and honouring their duty to uphold the